everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. Remember, this show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed, but Santa hats are welcome.
True.
I'm one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, alongside the just putting on his hat now. Even though
I won't put it on because I sweat like crazy because of this PC. I can't do it. I'm wearing the Christmas sweater though.
He does. He has the Baby Yoda.
Well, Pez, not everybody can have a ventilated room. Mine is, you have a probably your room is freezing cold as it is, right?
No, we just don't have heat up on the third floor, so it's all good. It's all good, baby.
I would love that.
No heat
I have
in the
heat
penthouse.
here. Terrible.
And that other voice is the ghost of Christmas Pez.
Oh, my goodness.
That was
good,
very,
Baba.
wasn't it? Honestly, I'm very impressed
Very
with him.
good.
I've been
I'm
saving
very
that for 8
impressed.
minutes.
I got a new mic arm, so I should be a lot more clearer now because the mic is in my face. But we'll see.
This is a big test. Make sure to grill him in the comments on youtube.com/3dadsandaconsole if it doesn't work out, or if it does.
Yeah, just
we hope for both.
grill me anyway. Rocking the Santa jacket today, lads.
I did. I remember last time you were freaking out when I tagged you in the Boston sewer tweet. Today, Oscar the Grouch official. Did we just treat it as trash? And I go, Pez, you just got a shout out.
It was good. Pez is pretty trash.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Now that I've started, I can't stop Pez. It's just
that's okay. It's all right. We gotta stay on brand. It's fine.
It's a menace. So we have a lot to talk about this episode. Now that three of us are all together.
I'm disappointed that I only got Roenick there. I was hoping to get Gretzky's. Just people don't realize I just opened a pack of cards and I got Jeremy Roenick, but I was hoping to get Gretzky to make Waba feel terrible.
If Cord got one of the cards I wanted right before stream, I would not be happy. Like you would be thinking different than me. I would have been like, oh yeah, the Ghost of Christmas Pez, and this jerk, hate you, Cord. That's what I would have said. But
so little do you know, Pez and I were discussing this right before you hopped in, and I was playing. I was like, all right, I'm about to open my icon pack, and I was saying to Pez, I'm like, I really hope I get. And we were both agreeing, like it would have been nice.
That's just a form of sabotage. And I know I just got away with calling Pez trash. I don't like it when the roles are reversed. I don't.
Not every man can stand on top of the mountain like me and just take abuse.
I'm physically and emotionally fragile.
And before we get going, can we salute our hockey club for being the best hockey team in the NHL, bar none? It's not even a little bit.
Good.
I know that is my favorite jersey by far, and I wish I had it. Like it's by far. Where'd you get that one? Is that the one you got off that
is a fake one? And someone on Twitter was like, "Hey, way to buy a fake jersey," and I said, "Hey, way to waste money buying a real jersey when I can buy a fake one and just hang it up, moron." And then he blocked me. So
got him.
W's.
Muffin. It looks great to me, man. I love that jersey.
I know not everyone who listens to this is one, a hockey fan, or two, a Bruins fan, but if you don't care about it, like just acknowledge the fact that our team is unreal. And we may never get to say this again. So we're saying it now.
I got a t-shirt in the mail with the it says Boston Bruins with the meth bear on it. I bought a Winter Classic t-shirt.
Pez tagged me. So Pez tagged me in a tweet where it was a picture of the Chicago Bear, and it says it says Snow Bear. Let's call it that.
You had to put the meth bear
in reference to the movie that came out, and so he said if someone can make this, like tag me. So Pez, I have designs for that. My store will not upload it.
Oh no!
Because either it's because it's linked to paraphernalia or because it's stolen logo, which frankly it is. So I went to Redbubble where everything is.
Yeah, everything's good to go.
Yep.
And I'm having struggles there.
Oh my goodness!
And maybe it's because the C drug is the name in the straight up just in the design.
Oh, but if you just spell like Coca-Cola, does it not work?
It's I could, but it's actually that's
Coca-Cola Bear. Like put COCA.
Then I'm gonna get the Bruins are gonna come after me. Coca-Cola will.
Ooh, you don't want Big Red knocking
right
at
now.
You.
And see if I can Redbubble Canada.
See if I could get away with it, but just
I'm gonna type in Coke Bear and
two designs that I have created.
Coke
while we're talking
Bear.
about those.
I love
Coca-Cola. No, so there's Cocaine Bear t-shirts.
Yeah, are they? If that's my design,
It says Cocaine Bear Classic T-shirt. Well, no, it's not the Bruins one.
there's good because mine is out. I'm trying to get it on the SEO. Oh my gosh. Everybody, hey, when this goes live, search Sea Drug Bear and just start clicking on the one that looks like a Bruin because it's probably my design. Let's get that SEO up. So
Out of control.
I know. Anyway, that's our
Always out of control, isn't he?
hockey talk for the day.
Yeah, I
Big
like it.
event happened. I actually was more excited about it than I thought I would. But the Game Awards happened, of course, the day after we record.
Natch.
I guess I'll just ask you folks first. What were you most excited about? What did you take away from it?
Judas. I got to see. I don't care. It is BioShock in space. It looks great. I just want to have more. Ken Levine finally gave us something that, BioShock's one of my favorite games. And it was like the joke right before the Game Awards. It was like, well, imagine we get to see the new BioShock. And then we get to see the new BioShock. Let's be real. It's Ken Levine. I don't think this is a Callisto Protocol type thing where like a couple people from the team go over and make a game. This is the guy that created BioShock, one of my favorite games. I know Pez loves it. I know you like it, Waba. My hype level was through the roof after that. And I'm like, all right, like I'm good. Like we got to see a ton of cool things. Even that Transformer game looked really cool. But that right there set me off. Like I was in all over it.
To me, there was one announcement that had my hat hitting the ceiling.
It was
That'd be the announcement, ladies and gentlemen, of Hades 2.
Yep.
An absolute banger. And inspired me to go back to Hades. So I've been playing it on my Steam Deck. It's a great game. I'm very excited for the second one because Supergiant is such a great developer. Their games are very, very good. So it's surprising that Hades got a sequel because Supergiant Games doesn't do DLC and they don't do sequels. So I'm glad that Hades is getting a sequel, and I can't wait to play it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. That as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, Pez is gonna lose it because they don't do sequels. So for them to actually do it, that's crazy. Because I thought the other games were successful. I can only imagine how successful Hades must have been for them to dive back into it, especially after having just come out with that game. So to not just like do a new game and then go back into it. They're like, no, we're going right into it. So good on them. Hats off to the ceiling for them. And Judas, I agree, Court. I
can't wait for Judas. I think it's gonna be legitimately great.
I saw the Ghost Story Games logo and I started tearing up. I'm like tweeting. I'm like, why am I crying in the club right now? Like, why am I getting emotional over a logo? And dude, everything hit me. And like when I saw like the robot like, I don't know what happened. I just like I don't know, man. I was tearing up and I don't understand why. But that studio has made some very important titles to me. Like showed me that games can be art, I guess. It sounds gimmicky, but like, man, I don't know, man. It was a weird reaction that I never didn't think I would have.
And then we got to see the Jedi Survivor that looked so good.
That game also looks
all the different hilts. It looked and it's coming out so soon. It's like, oh my god. It just looks so good. I love the different hilts, all the different additions and Cal. He looks a little bit older. He looks a little rugged. And then we got the person in the Baptist tank that I don't know who it is. He's somebody with one arm. I don't know, man. I felt like I got what I wanted. It was like one of those things. All I had to do was like give an Infamous trailer, and I would have been like, all right, well, I guess I'm done.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Much.
Like, I got my Star Wars game and I have my BioShock, and I'm just like, all right, I'm good. All right. What else?
And Diablo 4 with like one of the illest cinematics I've seen.
That was pretty cool.
My goodness.
I don't
know, man.
Cautiously excited for Diablo 4. I'm very worried that Blizzard is going to screw the pooch somehow. You know, you see what they've done with Diablo Immortal. You see what they've done with Overwatch 2. You see the multiple editions that they have now that you can pre-order for Diablo 4. And I'm really worried that they're going to like Diablo 3 launch day this thing with like a terrible auction house and it's just going to be a nightmare. But I'm really, again, cautiously excited, cautiously optimistic because I really enjoyed Diablo 3. Obviously, I love Diablo 2, but man, the run that Blizzard is on is not good. It's just not good.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they don't Overwatch 2 battle pass it, I'll be happy. Cause I'm not if they like do anything like that, I think the game is getting for a bad time.
I agree.
But I mean,
1000%.
obviously visually it looks great. Everybody's excited about like the characters. I forget the angel's name, but like in this one, because I never played 3, but I went back and looked at the whole story.
Yeah.
But they just, I don't know, man. They don't always get it, but hopefully the gameplay's as strong as their cutscenes, because
I mean, it like you said, it looks great and the story sounds awesome. And like I was watching Skill Up do a he's a YouTube reviewer, and I was watching him do an impressions of Diablo 4, and he had very good things to say about like the environment and how the game plays and all the characters. And so again, cautiously optimistic that they're not going to screw it up somehow.
we also got a little bit of more of Pez's favorite actor, Chris Pratt, as the new Mario. Pez, did you watch that at all?
Yeah. I'm kind of excited for the movie. I am. I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be pretty good. I mean, I think it's going to be kind of silly, but like it's a Nintendo movie. What do you expect? It's a Mario movie. It should be silly. Again, I think his accent's terrible, but I'll get over it. I think
Exactly.
It's going to be a cute movie. I'm excited.
He sounds like Chris Pratt, but that's not a bad thing. I don't know if it's a good thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? I was a little bummed that like that's the only thing really Nintendo had at that show. Like no Fire Emblem, which is coming out in January. No,
They had a Bayonetta.
they had that weird Bayonetta game.
Like top
but,
down
like,
action RPG.
No, like I don't know, no like Tears of the Kingdom, right? Breath of the Wild 2, like none of like the big first party stuff that you would kind of hope that would be there. It was a Mario movie, and then it was a Bayonetta game that strangely is coming out. Like I feel like Bayonetta 3 just came out, and they're already, and I don't think people are like, hey, we just played Bayonetta 3. It's not that great, so we want more Bayonetta. And they're like, hey, here's more Bayonetta.
At least it's more than what Microsoft showed up with, which was
Xbox
nothing.
didn't. But it's not that I'm trying to give excuses for them. It was a funny year for Xbox where their biggest game got delayed, which is a womp womp. They still have yet to really release anything besides Forza, and Halo Infinite kind of was like and it's finally there. Like if Halo Infinite released now, we'd be like, wow, this is a great game. But I think if they do not succeed next year, then there's some serious issues over there because they've bought Bethesda, they bought all these big studios, and what have they done with them? Right?
What do you think the issues going on with the FTC suing them over the? Do you think they had some announcements from the Activision Blizzard like acquisition,
No.
but they couldn't do it because
No.
of getting sued?
Because PlayStation still dropped the hey, Final Fantasy's only us, suck it. But we don't have exclusives, even though Final Fantasy is one of the biggest games there is. And then they dropped the Forsaken demo, which ended up being, I played it. It was all right. The character swears too much. It was so weird. It was out of place. Like the character's just swearing for no reason all the time. But the gameplay is pretty good on that game, so I'll enjoy it when it comes out, I'm sure. But PlayStation still dropped all that stuff, and then we hear that rumor that PlayStation was offered a 10-year deal plus having the game day and date on their service, and they didn't even want that, which is weird.
Of course they don't.
Because they want the revenue from the game being purchased.
Yeah.
I want that sweet battle pass residuals.
Well, no, it's not the battle pass. It's they get a percentage of the sale in the store.
Yeah. But I don't know. So like the FTC is now suing to bring it to court and stuff. But like when you look at Nintendo's like, yeah, sure, we'll sign that. And then Valve
brings things to me.
And then Valve says, oh, Microsoft came to the table with this 10-year agreement. We actually don't need it because we trust Microsoft. They've given us everything that they have promised us. So really, there's only one person holding out and that's Sony. And I don't know if that's strong enough to get this deal stricken, but we'll find out.
I mean, it's a wise poet once said, the FCC won't let me be. Or let me be me, so let me see. They tried to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. Thank you.
Who said that? You did?
Eminem.
You said that?
I did. It's Eminem.
I got M&Ms. I got dark chocolate
the
M&Ms.
blue
You
one.
have Smarties because you're metric.
No,
Smarties genuinely
hold on,
bang,
hold
by
on.
the way.
Can you stop trying to insult Canadians? All right.
That was a statement of fact. You have Smarties because you're metric. You have Smarties because Canada. You are metric because Canada. Nothing I said was incorrect.
To be fair, Canadian Smarties are delicious and American Smarties are disgusting.
Yes.
You might as well just eat sugary chalk.
All of what I said was meant to be a statement of fact.
Can I tell you what I didn't like about the Game Awards?
Oh, yes.
Literally everything else other than the announcements.
Can I say the one best part happened at the end?
The kid?
So this kid snuck into like Elden Ring wins Game of the Year, spoilers. And he goes after everyone's done talking and he says, I just want to nominate this win to my ex-Orthodox rabbi, Bill Clinton. Thank you.
Yep. I don't understand it.
Next thing I know, Bill Clinton is trending.
He didn't even. They just like walked. He was sitting in the audience. They just walked past him and he got up and just walked with them, and no one said anything. But like, I make it very well known that I am not an award show person. Like whether it's video games or sports or Hollywood, like I think it's just a very insulated thing to be like, hey, let's give awards to ourselves because we're so great, right? So I don't know. I think award shows are dumb. Even if it wasn't for the game announcements, I don't think anyone would watch them. But there are a lot of people co-streaming it and talking about it because I don't know, they want validation that their favorite game is good, I guess. But like, Elden Ring's good. God of War did not win Game of the Year, but we know it's good. So I don't understand.
Horizon didn't win anything. Does that mean it's a bad game? No.
I don't. And I mean, Cyberpunk didn't win Game of the Year, and they're putting out a Game of the Year edition. So I don't think any of it truly matters. Nothing matters when it comes to award shows. It's just It's just studio heads patting themselves on the back.
Nihilist Pez 2022.
I've always been this way. NHL awards, I don't want to watch it. I don't really care. And the ESPYs, I don't want to watch it. I don't care. The Oscars, I do not care. Tonys, Golden Globes, all of them, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I was winning an award. I don't care. I don't want to go. I don't want to waste my time. That's all. That's all.
That being said, if anyone has an award for Pez, I will accept it on his behalf and give a speech.
There you go. I will write a speech for
Pez is getting an award?
Yeah, from most nihilistic,
most jolly.
Yeah, holliest
after
holliest, jolliest
Pezness.
Yeah, the holliest, the jolliest bunch of beepholes this side of the Mississippi.
Fair enough. I think that's fair. But
I don't hate award shows, but I also don't care. Like I'm not like if the Oscars are on, I'm with Pez on this one. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Mind you, the NHL awards, I kinda care, but when the Game Awards happen, like I don't know what it is, but it's so opinionated that it's so based on opinion, right? Like, okay, the game of the year. Well, to me, my game of the year was God of War. Like Elden Ring wins, but okay. My other games of the year would have been like MLB The Show. Like that's me. Like people can have their opinion on it. That's great. And then the developers deserve this. And if they like it, then cool. Like it's great for the industry. But I think they need to widen it. Like the fact that it's like actors and actresses are in the same category, like they should be recognized. Like it's kind of weird. And how the game of the year, like I've heard some things about how it's voted in the background, and it's just like, the fact that Stray was even in the category is just like, What? What?
It
It's
doesn't make
almost
sense.
like the Oscars. It's almost gotten to the point where, like, as the Oscars, like the movie that wins Best Picture is just like, okay, but that's not what like everybody likes. Like, I don't understand.
Right.
Like, I never understand. Like, yes, Elden Ring is great to a niche, but not everybody can play it. Like, I don't get it. Like, I am I wrong? Like, I don't get it. Like, their
I do.
game of the year was a game that like didn't allow a lot of people to play it because the developer was like, no, we want to make it hard. Okay, cool.
Neat.
So, all right. I don't
They
know.
did.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
I
they do
think
have like
I
other
think you
ones
should
like
be able.
accessibility award too, right?
No, I see.
Like,
I see what you're saying,
yeah.
but at the same time, it just doesn't make sense to me. That's like if the Oscars gave their award to a movie that no one could understand. Like I don't get it. You only have a niche amount of people, but Elden Ring had so much power pushed behind it, like on the press wise. It's just like this year for like reviews. We've said this over and over again, like Pentiment getting 10 out of 10s. Yeah, that lasted a whole day before no one played the game. Like
But
the game's
you
not a
could
10 out of 10.
I mean, you
I'm
could
not saying Elden
also
Ring isn't. From what I understand, people really enjoy Elden Ring and that's awesome. But there's so many games this year that have gotten like perfect scores and I'm just like, what?
listen, scoring in video games is so uh
Arbitrary?
it makes no sense, right? Because like if you go to IGN, every game's a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, right? Like you should be rating games on a 0 to 10 scale, where 5 is average because 5 is in the middle. But if a game ever got a 5, people would say, "Oh, that game's dead. That game's terrible. Shouldn't have launched." Blah blah blah. But 5 should be an average. A 10 out of 10 game should be rare. It should be rare because that means it's a masterpiece, right? But that doesn't happen. Every
I
game,
don't see there was one 10 out of 10 all year.
I don't either. Because honestly, it's like I don't know if I could name you like 5 10 out of 10 games. of
Mind
all
you,
time.
there was a game, but it was a remake, so it shouldn't count. But at the
Yeah,
same
it's
time,
just
why
Last
doesn't it
of Us.
count? It came out. Like that was very good. It was a masterpiece. It's one of the best games I've ever played. Came out this year, but it doesn't count because it's a remake.
Right.
Well,
So
that's why I like what we do with the reviews, where we don't do a score. It's just
Yeah.
here are impressions.
I know. I just say, should
Yeah.
you buy it? Like, go play it or don't play it. Like, some of my favorite games this year have not even been close. Like Sonic Frontiers. I love that game this year because my daughter loves playing it. My daughter has loved playing My Little Pony this year. These are games that a lot of stuff has been spent on the Switch. My daughter has really liked playing Spider-Man, which is a very old game. That's what's important to me. Like right now, we're playing Just Dance 23 and we can't stop playing it. It's on the Switch. We play it every Friday night now since I got it. It's like something fun. And to me, that's what makes it game of the year. That's what makes it to me. So like it is what it is. Like we're gonna have award shows and they're gonna have their way they pick it. And you know what? Good on them. But I don't know. I just don't even care. It doesn't influence me. I think that's the better way to put it. It doesn't influence me what game
Right.
wins game of the year or who
Yeah.
wins an award. Nothing. It doesn't influence me on how I'm going to purchase a game.
I think that award show is mostly for me. It's mostly just to see announcements.
Yeah.
I also
I
think
care
it's
more
interesting.
about what you guys
Yeah.
say. Like if you say to me, "I like this game," or Pez is like, "I like this game," or someone I know that I'm friends with, "I like this game," or like someone I know that I like some of their content. If they're like, "I like this," yeah, I'm in. I'll try the game.
I
You
do
know what
think
I mean?
it's funny. Some of the
Ghostbusters,
awards.
because of Pez.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted Ghostbusters.
One of the awards was like best content creator, which obviously we were snubbed, unfortunately. But so
Obviously.
Ludwig won it, and Ludwig's a big creator. He said that he was there, and he had a speech written, but then realized he was part of the yada yada awards, basically the ones that they just say off to the side where there's no acceptance speech given. So he like awkwardly stood up, and like then realized they were already on the next category, and then like had to sit down and be like, "Oh, I don't get a thing." So
Well, that's kind of
that
terrible.
is kind of a slap. That is a slap in the face.
I thought it was very interesting how I don't know. But that was very weird to me. So I feel like, yeah, they like cater to like these big games, but then like, oh, best esports athlete and best esports coach, and it's all like yada yada, and it's like, why are you even like going through this then, if you're not going to give these folks like their time?
The yada yada, the best part.
Ludwig.
Oh no, I mentioned the bisque.
The Bisque. Hell yeah.
Sorry, that was a Seinfeld reference.
That was
It
from
good.
Wabba, Wabba, that ran in the 90s.
I know
in
the
the
Seinfeld.
early 2000s.
It was a good reference. Okay, very good
Great
reference. Thank
I
you.
respect
Thank
it.
you, Pez.
You're welcome.
What else do we have today? New
Oh,
game
good.
from Outright. New
Yes.
game from Outright.
So DC, outright just dropped it like literally this week. Like they did mention it before in a previous like a little trailer reel, but they have DC Justice League. It is a co-op game where you get to be like Batman, Wonder Woman. It's cartoonish. It looks great.
It's
I
open
showed
world.
it to my daughter. So like this week she got to see the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer, which blew her away. I finally got to show her the Mario from the Game Awards. She loved that. And then I showed her this and she's like, knowing my daughter, she just turns to me and she's like, so can we have it now? I'm like, well, no, that's not the way this works. She goes, then why did you show it to me? I was like,
Dang.
Damn,
Sheesh.
fair enough, honey. I love you.
get wrecked.
She got me. She's not wrong.
Don't
Why did I
show
show
me
it to her?
this.
What was I thinking?
Oh, how dare you?
That game looks genuinely good, and I can't wait
Does
to
it
play
not?
it.
Look,
I can't wait to play it.
It's interesting. I feel like a lot of their titles, and I saw this with Star Trek, it's moving towards like an older audience. Like I think it's something that both like older kids and like parents or like, you know, adults can enjoy. I know I've been playing some of like the younger titles, you know, like the Peppa Pig, the PJ Masks, but like seeing something like this, it's like I think it's interesting to see like them develop like, you know, both
love
those
the-
games and then
yeah.
move into this.
I love the animation style in it. It's almost like a cell shaded.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very good. And it's co-op, so like we can play it. I can
I
play it
am-
with you, Wabba.
I am very. I was very happy, by the way, to see that they dropped like an announcement and it wasn't, oh, this game's coming out tomorrow. There's like some very. It looks like it's going to be great, and there's going to be some like a nice marketing push behind it. And I'm
Justice
really
League Cosmic Chaos, it's called. Sorry.
and I'm really excited for them because they put together good games, and this definitely seems like a game that, like, you know, a 7 or 8 year old person could child could
My
play, but
daughter is
also,
6.
like,
She's
10
excited.
or 11 could play, and they
Yeah.
could, and your kids could play together if, you know, if they're siblings. And
And some, 30 and 40-year-old parents.
I'm gonna play it 1,000%.
Yeah, I'm going to play it. It's March 10th, by the way, it comes out.
Do you think that because they have the Rock's like visual rights from Jumanji,
No.
that they're gonna put him in as Black Adam?
Little
Well,
Black
you know
Adam.
he's no longer Black Adam and no one cares, right? You know that, right? Like he's already
I
been,
care.
All right,
I
he's
care so much.
you care so much that no one else did and saw the movie.
I saw it I took a half day the day it came out,
That's
and I supported
embarrassing.
him. I wore my red Rock hoodie, my Rock footy pajamas, and my
How embarrassed are you? like,
what
no one
else?
else
And
cared.
my smack it down undies.
You were drinking your iced Brahma Bull Monster Energy drink.
I know. I just had some Zoa energy mixed with some Temazcal. What is he got? What's his tequila?
Who knows?
Whatever.
I
The
don't know.
Rock tequila as a pre-workout. I did 2 push-ups and I went and saw Black Adam.
Oh my God.
I did love that movie. I thought it was fun. I mean, I know, but like we talked about, 5 is average. I'd give it a 6. Why not? But pick it and stick it. Good movie.
Yeah, but that's because you love The Rock.
I mean, that's
The
like
Rock
I
would
do.
come on TV and like just say gibberish, and Waba's like, "That was pretty good."
If you dude, it's like my family and like The Rock make me want to be a better person. He's so
Really?
cool. Yeah,
Really?
he's so cool.
It's pretty sad. I'm gonna have to go
No,
right out
he's
there on that.
he's swole and he's awesome.
Okay.
I have
I'm,
nothing
I,
to say to that.
I grew up when he was like, I liked him when he was the heel, and then he
was
turned
just
heel
a
and just
young
started
Rocky
being
Maivia, and
when
the
he was
crowd
just a
chanting-
wee little stone.
the crowd was chanting "Die Rocky Die" because they were sick of him being pushed. I'm not
The
joking.
days,
That's
man.
what-
Die,
it's
Rocky,
lit-
die.
Yeah, that's literally, it really happened.
Really?
I'm not even joking.
The 90s were a crazy time, man.
No, the 80s were a crazy time. We've talked about this before.
Okay, well, the 80s was when they were doing some sea drug bear.
Yeah, so yeah,
That's
that's when they
when-
were.
Like I think about like we walk to school. Pez, would you let your kid walk to school now
I
by
w-
ourselves?
Fun
I
At our
didn't
fact.
age?
walk to school. I took the bus.
Fun fact: I you could see my school from my front yard, and I
That
still
makes
got a
sense.
ride.
Fun fact: we could have told you that.
I took the bus.
I maybe walked home thrice.
I was one of those degenerate kids that on the last day of school jumped out of the back of
Generation
the
X?
bus.
Yes.
Yeah, Degeneration X. I was Triple H. But no, I jumped out of the back of the bus because we were the Degen kids.
Why'd you
That's
jump
what
out
we
the
did.
back?
Because it was the back of the
whilst
bus. Dude.
moving.
No, like it stopped to let some of the kids off at the bus stop, and we jumped out of the back of the bus
So
because
who closed it?
Oh, that's not a
Who's on
problem.
first?
We didn't
Who's
care.
on first?
Sh-
Who's on
Th-
second?
Doesn't it set off an alarm? Maybe it didn't set off an alarm back then.
It does set off an
Like-
alarm when you open the. It's an emergency exit. We
I
want to
was
set it off. We also used to play Red Light. Do you know of the game Red Light?
No, I don't.
So
even know
red
that
light,
yet.
you know how the bus has the red light in the back? We would yell up to the front and be like, "Jonathan, red light," and they would have to run back and touch the red light. And but before they did that, we would pound the kid with fisticuffs.
Why?
Hold on. Let me talk
how-
about why that's so mean.
Why is that a game?
That's not a game. That's assault.
Assault, brother. Because that's what us kids did.
People in Boston,
That's just what happened.
just jerks.
Yeah, we were just jerky kids in the 90s.
Who won?
No one wins. You all lose because you all get in trouble by the bus driver.
Hail to the bus driver, bus driver, bus driver. No,
Oh.
too soon.
What else? I can't believe
I
you just.
completely threw
actually, we
Waba
used to
off
play-
his game talking about.
I know.
Red Light.
Yeah. Well, God, that's why I never took the bus. I heard about all those rough kids in your neck of the woods. Oh, I went to the
Neck of the
Nintendo
woods?
store this
Yes,
weekend.
that's what I wanted you to talk about that.
Yeah, so we went to New York this weekend, the New York
Got
City.
sick.
That's
Yeah.
I think that's why
Got
both
the
my daughter
disease.
and I are sick. A little bit of
Yeah.
cold.
It's because you left the house.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't leave the house.
Big mistake.
But one of the stops, well, there are two stops I really wanted to make. One was to this Japanese, Court's gonna shake his head, Japanese bookstore, that I got my Japanese copy of Valkyria Chronicles from.
Whatever
They didn't
floats
have any
your
more
boat.
Japanese copies, but they had like so many like games, like shelves and shelves of like collectibles and like current and past games. They even had some Vita games. They had a Vita hard copy of Gravity Rush, which
Get out.
not that
Did
easy
they
to
really?
find. Yeah, they even had a copy of Smash on N64. And it was only 60. Like some of the games, like yeah, like they were like 100, 150. And there's some titles that I would have added to my collection. And then I went into like the 3 and under and I found Nintendo Land for $2.50. Prices and game selection better than a thrift store. Unfortunately, I wasn't like gonna dedicate my whole day to doing that. But those are like I bought Nintendo Land, so if anyone but
What'd you buy?
I like it.
I should have got you to buy me something. I should have. That was dumb of me.
well, I didn't know we'd be going there. So me and my brother-in-law went when the kids and my wife and
You left
Her
your
sister
wife
were asleep.
alone with the kids?
yeah, in the hotel.
That's not nice, right, Pez?
Well, they went to go sleep. And I'm like, "Hey, you want to like go out and like walk?" And he said, "Yeah." So that was
There you
one. It's called Book Off or something. It's a weird name.
hold
but
on, Pez. I'm having a problem with the story. Pez asked someone to go for a walk.
No, Waba did.
Sorry, Waba asked someone to go for a walk.
Yeah, my
He was
brother-in-law.
on vacation mode.
Well, I didn't want to go for a walk.
What
I
does that
wanted to go to
mean?
a specific destination. Do you want to know? I haven't actually looked at this. How many steps I did? I did too many. I know that's so.
literally 2.
I did
That's
too many. Hold on. I'm actually going to my steps now. Day. How do I look?
He's like, yeah, you did too.
Favorites week. 23,000 steps on the 10th. That
Dang.
that was on Saturday.
A lot.
And the best part is, so after all the food we ate, and because I was sick yesterday and I didn't eat, I'm down 5 pounds. So
Game in the
that's how you
system.
do it. Strategic post food binge illness. That's all it takes.
Done and done. That's
Um,
it.
but yeah, then we went to the Nintendo store on the last day, and it was cool because so my daughter, like, she doesn't like understand, like she knows video games, but she more so knows like the characters, and like that's very fun and familiar to her. So we took her in the Mario store or the Nintendo store, and like down they, oh god, it's so cool. They have so much merch. So you come in, there's a giant like seal of approval on the ground, says like since 19 whatever 78 88, and then the bottom floor is just all like the Marios, like they have a like all the Mario franchise.
Expensive.
So there's a I would say reasonable. I would say as it is, I wouldn't say it's overpriced. I'd say especially in New York, it's accurate for what you would expect. So like we got like some plushes that were like, you know, between they had plushes
plushies?
from like 17
guess
and
some.
25. T-shirts I think were about like 22 to 28, which is like that's I feel like standard for like price to
Yeah.
merchandise.
Yeah.
But downstairs, so they have games you can play, like buy whatever. They have a giant Bowser statue that my daughter took a photo with. She doesn't know who Bowser is, but my brother-in-law, his favorite character is Bowser. So we got a picture of you know, him and his son in front of it because it was his son's first time too. They had a little place people could take pictures with the new Pokemon, like Scarlet and Violet. Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Yes.
Bunch of people were taking pictures in front of that, and then you go upstairs. And that's where you have like people playing games. Now, I don't understand why. I do not want to go to New York to play something on a Switch. However, it is cool that sometimes it's on a big screen. I actually don't like, I never understood that, but it's cool. She was like really excited about it, and they had Pokemon stuff. So there's like this little Pikachu set up that she wanted to take a picture near. So I thought that was cool that, oh, I know this character. I want to see him. So we went around looking at all this stuff. And then my favorite part is they used to have it like in glass, like in like this corner area, but they moved it to like an upright stand. It's all the old consoles, and not just it's like kind of like a museum. It's like all the old handhelds too. Now they used to have a functioning Game Boy from God, like way back. It's like melted. I didn't see that this time. It was like still working, but they had all that. Then they had every single amiibo unpacked,
Dang.
which triggered me a
Really?
little bit. But every single amiibo in like a glass, like flat case.
Corey, you
And
might be muted, by the way.
How was I muted? Did I just mute myself? How do
You
I
might
even
have
do that?
muted yourself.
Oh, I was making so many good cuts. Like that's not even fair. I was laughing at your joke and I muted myself.
womp womp.
Well,
Oh, Waba, I would love for you to come to my house and see everything out of its package.
I can't, dude. Like honestly, it would just destroy me inside and out.
how big? How
Um,
many floors was the store?
So it's
Like
only 2
three?
floors, and
Okay.
it's kind of cramped on the bottom floor because there's so many people. I'm just looking at pictures of the stuff. But like again, like when you get to like the top floor, it's like it's a little more open. Like they have a Nintendo it's called Hanafuda cards because didn't Nintendo start as a card making company, so they had like
I thought they started as
original
a toy
cards.
company.
Um
No, you're probably
don't
right.
know.
Like, what do I know?
I don't think they have that melty Game Boy anymore, which is unfortunate.
What's that? Is it Melty Game Boy? I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
They had a Game Boy that was like melted.
When you
But,
say
um,
they had
Game
when you say they had games to sell, was it just Switch or did they have a bunch of everything?
Why'd they have a Game
Not
Boy that
old
was
ones.
melted? Like-
I forget. I wish I probably have a picture of it from a past trip.
You've been to the Nintendo store before?
Yeah, we used to go every year to New
What?
York, and then
What is
COVID
going
happened.
on here? Pez.
I travel more than you
You
think.
are.
I
You're like
used
a
to.
world traveler.
I used to go to Florida like 1 or 2 times a year.
Well, no.
Man's a
Waba.
jet
I used to fly
setter.
by myself.
Hold on, Pez. Waba went to Florida, and I am shocked. Did you
Well,
go to
man.
like Waba did you go to like the Boca Palm Springs area? Just
N-
out of nowhere. I'm just gonna guess that.
No.
Key West.
Yeah.
Key West.
So Nick Johnson says the melted Game Boy survived a bombing and still works. So that's why.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
That's
But they
crazy.
have like they had a giant Splatoon gun that I didn't post. They had a giant like Link statue, which was cool. All the amiibos again. It was like really cool seeing them all.
Did you buy
I mean,
them?
I'm a big amiibo
or
person.
Were they just in a like?
No, they're
glass
just in a
case?
glass case. There are some you
Can-
can buy, but they're mostly newer ones. They don't
Can
have
we
old
get
ones.
like custom amiibos?
You can probably buy them off Etsy.
Like make one
gonna have
like
to make
of
one.
you and make one of Pez.
They
and
would
that'll be, like,
probably
our
use.
thing.
They'd probably use the Animal Crossing, like default, but someone could probably make those.
They
And
put
Nintendo Store too,
glasses
so they
on- They just put
Just-
glasses on Tom Nook, and they're like, "Oh, look, we made Pez." Throw it away.
just trash.
Yeah.
Can I get that one though? I want
they
the
had-
Pez.
They had a Mario you could talk to. So there was like this little
What?
like half warp pipe, and there was a speaker there, and there was a Mario that would ask questions, and he would react. Now it was like an AI. I don't think it was an actual like person doing it, not like at Disney, because there's magic in Disney. But
There's
we got a
magic in
cool
Disney?
we got a cool shot. So I asked my sister-in-law to hold up my daughter, like so it looked like she was coming out of the warp pipe. And it's funny, like some guy's like, "Oh, do you want me to take a picture of all of you?" I'm like, "Oh, like the little one's mine. We're not." I had to explain.
Why you can't even like form a sentence there? What was wrong?
I didn't know how. It was very. I was like, "Why? Why is this person?" I don't know. It was a weird question.
You thought
to
he was going to
explain
steal your phone?
that. No. He's
I don't know what-
insinuating that my sister-in-law was my wife, but
So
he didn't
he's
know.
not
He
insinuating.
shouldn't
He
have.
has no clue. So someone who was trying to be nice to you.
I don't need nice.
All right.
All right. I need effective and
You
efficient.
need Nani?
Nani Disco.
I don't
And
know
that
what
was
that is. Can someone explain to like?
it means
me?
what?
It means what?
Oh, okay. Doesn't make
And that was it. It was cool. We got some toys for the holidays, let's say. And yeah, it's at Nintendo Store I'd always say like drop by it, especially like even in the holiday times, it's like still like you can still move around and like there's cool things for like photo ops or whatever. Especially if you have kids that like it. It wasn't super busy. They sold Animal Crossing stuff, a lot of it actually, which was interesting. And there was also a Pokemon gym we saw but didn't go into. And I saw like a TikTok on it later, which is weird and how I know that they're listening.
Come in and play.
It's like P448 or something, and legit, it's like a narrow. They sell like sneakers and like stuff, like like what's it called, like hype beast things.
Yeah,
do
I
I
also
grab
saw
that?
that TikTok. I
Yeah.
know the exact one you're talking about.
Okay, so was it
What's
just me?
TikTok?
It's
It just
someone
shows their
in
Poke Gym,
someone in New York opened a Poke Gym, and they like
and
play games against each other, and there's merch, and they have like tournaments, and I guess like high-ranking Pokemon players go there, and you can play against them. And
Is it
They
like an area in
broadcast
New
it to-
York that
no,
that
it's
has,
near
like,
the
good
Poke.
Pokemon?
Yeah, it's near that area, and they broadcast the matches to the street.
now does no one care like me or like a lot of people care?
no people.
Oh,
care.
we didn't care. I didn't
You just
know
don't
until I saw it. I was like, oh, that's weird. Why are they playing? I thought it
this
was an
guy's got a
extension of the Nintendo
Frickin'
Store,
chainsaw.
but
sounds
yeah,
awesome.
so that was New York. I don't know. It was I had I known what was inside, I might have taken a dip in. I just thought it was more of like the Nintendo Store, and I was like, why is that here? But Pokemon fans would likely
It's
enjoy.
the it's all the annexed like
never
Wario
understand
and
Pokemon.
Waluigi games that no one cares about anymore.
It's
It's just
It's
like
the
a
Wa-
Kirby
Lu-
store that no one
Waluigi
goes
ware?
into. Yeah, it's just a
I
Kirby
will
store. No one
never,
cares.
never understand Pokemon.
just gotta catch them all, man.
Yeah, they're just pocket
Why do I
monsters,
want to
my
catch
guy.
any of them?
It'd be the
Because
best that there ever was.
Mm.
It's your it's your test. What is it?
I don't know.
Real test.
I only know that.
But training them
wanna
is the
be
cause.
the very best. Like
And you have to
no man
gather
ever
far and wide.
was.
Pez, you are the very best.
He can't even catch 5 Pokemon.
He also doesn't turn his mute
With
his
his
mic
bare
like I did
hands.
for no reason. Don't even know how I did it.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
No, it doesn't.
Uh,
Thank you
but-
for like making me feel better, but we all know it's
You're
not true.
welcome. I'm here to build up. Like unless it's the Game Awards, then I'm here to break it down.
Well, speaking of awards, let's break down the awards a little bit. One of the questions, the thought-provoking questions that Court had suggested. If we could name a video game award, or an award at a video game, after games or people, what would you call them?
Yeah,
Did
so
either
like
of you
we
had a-
have the awards at the video games. Like the video game awards already have their awards, but they're just called like, we're sports people, so like our awards are named after people. But at the video game awards, they're just like, game of the year. When, as Pez pointed out, everything is game of the year. Like it doesn't matter who gets labeled game of the year. Someone's going to put out a game of the year edition of every game. So if you could name the game of the year trophy, what would you name it?
Oh man.
my question. What game? I know what I would name it, but it's just
What is
I
it? I
wanna know.
want to know.
Me,
Stray.
Mario.
I
Oh,
would
that
name
Mario's
it.
gonna
Oh,
be here.
man.
Mario is, one of the best franchises ever, right? I think we can all agree on this.
Mario's the number one.
Yeah. So you call it the Mario Award. No offense, Luigi.
I would name it the Satoru Iwata Award.
Mm.
Ah, he did. You know what? That makes way more sense because he is the creator of Mario, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
Iwata.
that's Miyamoto, Shigeru Miyamoto.
So then Miyamoto. It's the Miyamoto Award.
But I would name it after someone like that. Like I would
Nintendo
name it
people.
after a long-standing person who
creator of it.
has who has had a lot of influence in the culture.
I think Pez is right. So Game of Year is Miyamoto. Then
Like I would do fighting game after Yoshinori Ono, who was a longtime director of Street Fighter.
They're just gonna be all
Like-
Japanese names.
not necessarily.
I'm sorry. That's a fighting game? I mean,
No,
to be fair,
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying
So
it
what?
probably is
It's-
gonna be all Japanese.
Everybody else
Yeah,
catch up.
Baka Gaijin.
You know what I mean? Catch up, everybody else. Like, who cares?
But yeah,
Like, okay, the sports award. Okay, best sports simulator. There's got to be somebody in North America. Who's the first one to do create Madden? Who created Madden?
Well,
Easily revolutionized the sports game, right? Easily.
John Madden.
No,
Best
we
sports
do
game.
not. No, that doesn't make any
See,
sense.
it's I don't know, because like
You see what I'm saying, Pez? See where I'm going with this?
yeah, but like indie games, like what's the best indie game? Like it's so
Of all
hard.
time?
Yeah, like
What's the
it's
most
so-
influential indie game that we've ever played? Like indie game.
Oh my god, I don't know. What is the most influential indie game of all time?
Nick
what do you
Johnson in
think-
chat just suggested the Kevin Conroy Award for best performance.
That's a
Yes.
great award.
That's a
he's
great
one of-
Excellent
idea.
voice actor.
Unbelievable.
See,
He revolutionized what it was to be a voice actor in
I-
anything.
I agree. And I think something like that, it doesn't I think in some cases that they would have to be deceased, but I would say at least remove from the industry because you have some people that I mean, if Reggie hadn't come back and reinsert, I would say he's probably up there. But now that I wouldn't use him yet. I think
Right.
it's people that have retired or stepped away.
I don't think they have to be stepped away because the video game industry isn't old enough. I think it's also a
Mm.
respect thing. Like, I know people will freak out, but there ain't going to be no Kojima award because unfortunately, it is what it is.
Nobody has any
Most-
idea what he's doing.
Well,
Uh,
I think
He's too cerebral for me.
I love the Kevin Conroy idea because there are a ton
That's a
of
great idea.
voice actors, oh my god, what's the guy that plays Joel in
Troy
The
Baker.
Last of Us?
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. So Troy Baker has done like a billion voices, right?
Well,
Has
before
done-
him, Nolan North was the guy.
right?
Yeah,
and-
Nolan North before Troy Baker any day of the week.
but the weird thing is they're still active, so it's like they could win their own award. You know what I mean? Like Nolan
Good
North
point.
wins the Nolan North award. It'd be so strange.
The
But
fix would be in.
I think that's something.
So just name every award after deceased Nintendo people?
Yeah, why not? But no, but I think that's something that the Game Awards should do. Because
I'm 100% agreement.
I hate the generic just best male voiceover.
But it's not even that. It's just best voiceover, right?
Yeah, that I mean, I think they should do a better job breaking out categories between male and female, and if you even want to include non-binary voiceovers, if you want to cover more games, you should make these categories what they are.
And
Because,
respect the history.
yeah, and I think it's cool to name stuff what if the Stanley Cup, they just call it the NHL championship, the hockey championship,
what are we, the
it's
NFL?
stupid.
Oh no, it's the Lombardi Trophy. Yeah,
No,
sorry.
all those trophies they all have names because there's a legacy behind it. So if the Game Awards wants to legitimize itself, build some legacy behind it. Just don't be like a generic, oh, this is Game of the Year, this is Soundtrack of the Year, this is Voice of the Year. Give it some legs. Give it some
Gives it some personality.
some personality, some breath behind it.
Do the
Yeah,
the
I think
Kevin,
all award shows should be naming their trophies after people to respect the industry and respect who came first,
could do the
who
Kevin
paved the way for
Gordon
those
best
people to even get an award.
Kevin
know what I
Gordon
mean?
best artistic direction.
Well, we
Friend of
love
the show.
Kevin Gordon.
Love it. Done and
Now
done.
you've just killed Kevin Gordon. So like, what are you doing?
No, he's
He's just out of. He's just not
just
active in the industry
make
right
Eternal
now.
Darkness 2, please. Thank you. But I know I think that's good. And yeah, again, shocker, we're hockey people. That's it kind of goes along
Sports
with
people. We're
Well,
sports
I mean,
people.
like, if you think about it, right? Like the NBA just named their MVP trophy the Michael Jordan Award, and
He's
like
not dead.
their Eastern Conference Championship Award is called the Larry Bird Trophy, and the Western Conference is the Magic Johnson Trophy, because like these people are influential in the league. So if you care about influential people in the game industry, name it after them and give it some history and teach people like, this is the Kevin Conroy Award. This is what he has done. You play the Arkham, you show the Arkham games.
What was the first breakthrough indie game? It must have been like Xbox 360, right?
It was probably before that.
Indie though?
I'm looking.
Yeah, I mean, an indie game is just something made by a publisher that isn't big. Like Nintendo, like NES.
At the time.
Yeah, like NES has indie games. I mean, whether they're like is Rare. I mean, like back then, would Rare be considered an indie game? Because like
IU Billy.
you have games like
Someone said
Battletoads, right?
Braid.
Braid is a very that's what I was thinking.
And
August 28,
who's
2008.
the studio of that? Who made that?
Number None. Do they do anything now? Number None.
So like, I think it would be, again, I think it would give it some legs. It would give it some personality, and it would be, yeah, you know what? Someone might be like, oh, Kevin Conroy only did the Batman games. He shouldn't be blah, 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 blah. But you know what? It also then gets people talking about your award show, which is
True.
important. Because if the dorks are going to yell about it on Twitter, it means someone's talking about it.
Don't call people dorks, dude. These
whatever I
people are
want.
people.
Can we make the Game of the Year award be my ex-Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton's Game of the Year
Yes.
award?
That's exactly what it's
You're not
called.
letting that one go, eh?
I laughed so hard I woke my daughter up. It was the most ridiculous string of words
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I have heard in years.
The funny thing about that
Makes no
is
sense, but it makes so much sense.
the funny thing about that is the kid that did it was telling his buddies that like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. He was telling them on like
Mad
Call of
lad.
Duty while they were playing together. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this when I go. To the
really?
Game Awards. Yeah, he had it all
Mad
planned
lad.
out.
He did someone go like, I double dog dare you? He's like, all right, fine. You
No, I
legally
was laughing
binding.
more that like they put out Jeff Keighley put that like he's been arrested and all that, and then the cops like put out a tweet. No, he hasn't.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jeff Keighley is like we arrested him. We waterboarded him. We sent him to the gulag. He didn't win. He's not coming back. He's not dropping back in. The police are like, he's like 12. We let him go.
Yeah,
doesn't
that was the best
matter.
part. The cops were like, "Yeah, no, we didn't do anything to the kid. Please stop."
Man. Jeff Keighley, man. Loves
I
his
don't know.
game awards.
I don't know. That statement's ridiculous. But no, I agree. I'm glad you brought that up. That was I don't know.
It's a very interesting
Why don't
thing.
we could do our own? We could do
We'll
the
Dad's Awards.
We're
Just
calling
give
the
everything out,
daddies?
right? The daddies. Oh my God, we can't. do
let's
that.
workshop.
Put a
the
pin in
names.
that. Patenting the daddies. Welcome
put
to
a
the
pin
daddies.
in- Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the daddies with your hosts, Court Lalonde, Waba Please, and Pizzelle 566.
We could even make
Today-
candy bars and call them sugar daddies.
Today we are finding out who is the biggest daddy in all the gaming industry.
That word just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, the way he says it is very uncomfortable, isn't it?
There's some,
anybody else
there's
could
some
do it, I was
ASMR
like-
going on right now.
Pez is like looking at us like the daddies. Play with the daddies.
And winning the daddies is.
Please don't do that anymore. Please don't.
I think next year we might have the daddies.
I think
I
we
don't-
should.
I
What?
don't think we will.
I think we'll have something.
I'm going rogue. I'm
Well, we
making
could.
it myself.
You know what we could do. You know what we could do. Oh, we also have to announce a winner this week. But
Yep.
you know what we could do? We could do like, best family game, best game to play with your
1000%.
kids. Hey,
Yes,
we
and
can
we
do
can't
those.
call them daddies.
Yeah,
Yes,
don't
we
call them
can.
daddies. I don't think we can, Pez.
I mean, the nice thing too is we could do something like that for like PAX too when it happens.
Mhm.
Figure out which game on the floor is the best family game or best,
Tell them
something
they
like
want
that.
a daddy.
Which one of
He's not
us?
gonna let it go. He's not gonna let it
I'm
go.
not letting it go. It's stuck
He's
here.
not. He's gonna
It's
do
a.
artwork for it and everything.
Do you like the daddies? Let us know in the comments below.
That's right. Who is your
Who's your
favorite
daddy?
daddy? Which of
Who's your
tonight's
daddy?
winner?
And what does he do?
Who
which
is your
of,
daddy and what does he do?
which of tonight's winner won your favorite daddy?
Yikes!
It's so
This
out of
is-
control.
Awkward. I
Pez.
love it though.
Pick us a winner.
I already did. Oh man, and I got rid of the wrong thing.
All right, I'll spiel in the meantime, folks.
No, it's open right now.
All right, do you want to explain again how the winner was decided and how the prizes were given?
So for next week is the last week that we will be giving out an incredible banger from Outright Games. So thank you to Outright
12
Games
games.
for
12 games of what's it? 12 games of Xmas.
Oh,
That's
geez,
right,
miss.
going on right now.
Oh geez, Nick.
Going on right now. But if you want to win a free game from Outright Games, head on over to twitter.com/3dadspod. Drop us a follow and head on over to youtube.com/3dads on a console. Hit that subscribe button, screenshot that bad boy, go back to Twitter and upload it. And you are in like Flynn. And you can
For the
win
Where's that
win.
from?
in like
What's that
Flynn. I don't
expression
know.
from?
And like Flynn looking for the win. Just trying anything. Hey, baby, how you been? All my life I've been
No,
looking for someone
Walla,
like you.
you're
Phone head over here.
singing
Say, what can I do?
something- Stop. Please stop. No, that's not what it's about. I think it's a movie, is it not? Errol Flynn? No? Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I'm
Oh my God,
singing
I
a
just
song
closed
by
this guy.
someone who got yeeted from American Idol. It was a country song.
Was it Kelly Clarkson?
No.
Okay. Was it Clay Aiken?
It's nothing. It's called Nothing to Lose. Don't know the man's name.
Oh, okay. It's
Nothing
probably
to
Clay Aiken.
lose.
And the winner
and
is
nobody knows my name.
RZ
Nothing
Wolf
to-
7.
Woo! The wolf. The wolf. The
Now,
werewolf.
I think we qualify if the person doesn't have Twitter and we can't get a hold of them. Then they pretty much.
Well, they all have Twitter.
They should
not
all have
interesting.
Twitter. They're the ones that followed us on Twitter.
The wolf.
We have follow us.
The werewolf.
Where's
Congratulations.
the wolf?
So
RZ
they
Wolf
have
7.
a choice between
I-
two.
No. What?
They have
Yeah.
a choice between two games.
Yes.
2 games left.
JoJo and Paw Patrol. JoJo on Xbox, Paw Patrol on the PlayStation 5th.
What's the 5th?
The 5th
It's after
PlayStation.
fourth.
The
five.
PlayStation 5.
Cinco. That's very.
That's such a cool
Cinco.
name for it, though. Call it the Cinco.
All the PlayStation the Ocho.
Yeah, PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation the Ocho.
PlayStation Ocho. I like that too.
Call it the Cinco. What are you guys playing? I'm playing the Cinco. Rocking
Cinco
the
de Mayo.
Cinco. I like it. We're building bridges here on Three Dads. You know what? The Cinco.
Why don't we
winning
just
a
call each
daddy
other the
for
tr-
nickname of the year.
Why don't we just call each other the Trace?
The Trace.
Dad's the Trace.
Trace Papas. Hola.
Hola, mi amigo.
Bienvenido to Trace Papas.
I can't speak. Like, I kind of wish, like, all I could take growing up was French. In Canada, we didn't get to learn Spanish, and I don't know. I like Spanish. Is not so much
Je
better.
suis la jeune fille.
Okay, Muzzy. I know what that's from, you coward. My man's out here trying to drop some French words. The dude just recited a line from the Muzzy commercial that we heard every 5 minutes.
What just happened there? Like,
I just called Pez out on his on some stuff
you got angry.
because
That was
I
great.
knew what he was doing,
That was
dude.
great. That was great.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
also,
French they're speaking, but those children aren't French. They're
French.
American.
They're American.
Un sweet love, un sweet.
Are you guys been drinking that I don't know about?
Dude,
Dude,
imagine.
you never saw Muzzy? Oh my god, those stupid Muzzy commercials.
Oh god, I've been coughing so much and this is breaking my body, and I
I
don't care.
know.
Muzzy
Dude,
commercial.
dude,
So Muzzy,
Muzzy,
was
and there's
a-
also Muzzy Ford on off Route 95, which blew my
So-
mind that Muzzy didn't
Got
live there.
Get it? It just doesn't
So-
make any
No,
sense.
so
Muzzy
Muzzy
was
Oh,
a
go ahead.
commercial. It was like it was just a
my
TV
God.
commercial where they would you would like order these Muzzy videos and it would teach you how to speak in French or Spanish or whatever. And in the commercial, the monster's like, "Je suis la vendredi," and then the girl does the thumb thing. That's why I did it, and I was like, "Je suis la chumfi," because that is literally what she says every time. Every time. And then this
don't
old woman comes up and she says,
Damn. This is so painful.
American.
Oh my god, he's crying.
I love how I love the American thing is so like ignorant. They're
Everything
not
about
French, they're American. Oh, didn't ask.
You never explain what the
You
commercial.
didn't even get that. They're not French, they're Canadian.
Like, I don't understand. You guys can't even like explain it to me what it is. You're just like, nope.
It's because we didn't buy it. We never actually owned it. We just saw the
It was
commercial,
just-
but you could own it for 4 easy payments of $49.99.
What is it? What are you
It's-
owning?
It's like VHSs.
yeah, it was like a foreign language. It teaches you how to speak a foreign language, but it was like on video.
Muzi was a
and-
monster, and you
Muzzy
could
was a
pick your
monster.
language. Oh, but nobody ordered it. Do you know anybody that ordered Muzzy?
No.
Any Bostonians who listen to this, let me know if you ordered Muzzy. Oh my gosh.
Whew.
It's so dumb, that stupid thing. Ugh. I can't believe you brought that back.
I can.
Yeah, we just unlocked some core memories for some
Whew.
some people living in the 508.
Oh man.
All right, and with that, we will leave you with our wisdom of Muzi. Je suis Muzi. Muzi es grande.
What is going on?
Muzi
off
has
the
entered
rails.
the chat. Oh.
We're off the rails.
You're beyond off the rails now.
Ooh,
The rail speaking French.
we drove the train right into the building.
You're like Muzzy, Muzzy, and I'm just like, I don't understand.
Dude, it's I need to find a copy of one of these thrift stores. My goodness, folks, if you had fun or if you listened to Muzzy, please make sure to follow us at youtube.com/3dads-and-a-console. You can also follow us on Twitter at 3dadspod. Please make sure to rate us 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice. Thank you so much for being in the YouTube chat as well, Nick Johnson and DJ Spencer stopping in as well. And also
Last
remember,
week's winner.
that's right. Last week's outright winner. So make sure you have one more chance to enter for now. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you all for letting us be part of your week, and we will see you in the next episode.